The call came before I even made it to the door. I was still in my uniform, the smell of dust and gun oil clinging to me when the nurse's voice cracked through the static. "Your daughter is stable after 3 surgeries. You don't want to know what your wife's boyfriend did." Her tone shifted, lower, conspiratorial. "The police refused to file a complaint. He's waiting outside the bar. He's all yours." The line clicked dead. I stood in the hallway, boots planted, uniform still stiff from the field. My daughter's face, small, fragile, bright, flashed in my mind, tainted now by that word, boyfriend. Not stranger, not intruder. Boyfriend. My wife's. The betrayal burned colder than the desert nights I had just come back from. I drove home without a word, without a thought, only a single promise hammering into me with every breath. He wouldn't see the next sunrise. The house was dark when I entered. She sat at the table, eyes red, glass half full. Her silence confirmed everything. I wanted her to deny it, to call it madness, to cry out in outrage and say, "How dare you believe this of me?" But she didn't. She only looked away. And in that silence, I saw the truth unfold. The late nights I had brushed aside, the half-explained messages, the sudden laughter that had nothing to do with me. All those months I was breaking my body on foreign soil, she was breaking something far more fragile, our family. I sat across from her, and for the first time in years, I studied her like an enemy. Every movement, every flicker in her eyes, every tremor in her hand. "Where is he?" My voice was even, flat. Her lips parted, then closed again. She didn't answer. She didn't have to. I didn't go to the bar that night. Not yet. Rage demanded immediacy, but rage is sloppy. Rage leaves trails. I chose patience. I dug instead, quietly, strategically. Phone records told me more than she ever would. Late calls, masked names, patterns stretching back further than I wanted to see. The man was no stranger to her. He was stitched into her life, into mine. Neighbors confirmed sightings. His car in the driveway when mine was thousands of miles away. His laugh in the backyard when my daughter was playing with chalk on the pavement. Each revelation was a cut, small, deliberate, deepening the wound. And beneath the fury, there was clarity. This wasn't just betrayal of the body. It was invasion of the home, of the bloodline. My daughter's pain was the final confirmation. This wasn't just an affair. It was violence, rotting inside the walls of the place I had called safe. And now, that rot had a face, a name, a location, waiting for me outside a bar. The report from the hospital confirmed what the nurse hadn't said aloud. Bruises, fractures, scars of abuse stretched across more than just one night. Not once, not a single mistake. A pattern. A life my daughter had lived in silence, while her mother looked the other way. When I laid the file on the kitchen counter, she crumbled. Tears, apologies, begging. I didn't move. Her sobs filled the room, but they never touched me. She asked if I hated her, if I would ever forgive her. I didn't answer. Forgiveness belongs to men who still bleed when cut. I had nothing left to bleed. I didn't storm the bar. I walked. Calm, steady. He was there, just as promised. Leaning against his car, smoke curling from his lips, arrogance painted across his face. He looked at me, smirked. Soldier boy? The world slowed. I had killed men on battlefields who never wronged me personally. Strangers, orders, statistics. But this was no order, no command. This was personal. I didn't touch him, not then, not in front of witnesses. I only leaned close enough for him to feel the cold in my voice. She's mine now. Every scar you left, every bruise, every memory, I'll make sure she forgets you ever existed. and you'll spend the rest of your nights knowing I'm watching." His smirk faltered. Just for a second. Enough. Fear is a better weapon than bullets, and fear doesn't wash off. The house was silent when I returned. My wife sat in the dark, still weeping, waiting for words I would never give. I went upstairs, sat by my daughter's bed, watched her chest rise and fall under the glow of the nightlight. She would heal, slowly, painfully, but she would. As for me, there was nothing left to heal, only resolve. I wasn't her husband anymore, not her protector, not her fool. I was something colder, sharper. The man who had returned from war was gone. What stood in his place was the war itself. And the next time he saw me, it wouldn't be fear I left him with. It would be silence.